welcome back to the Cowboy Valley and Timberline Junction Railroad. It's been 3 months since my last update, so I thought I'd get something out for you. I've been working on the layout a little bit, but mostly building structures that I need to complete my yard area. I'm kind of wanting to get the buildings built as I move around the layout instead of piecemealing everything. I'm trying to keep it all together. I think the last video I showed you the first mine on the layout. This isn't roadbed and stuff's not completed yet, but a couple of major things I did here since then. I think I left off in the area to the right here was not finished yet, or even close to being finished. I added some more bench work here on this edge to give me a road down to the mine. So I've got that in. Then over here in the junkyard area, you can see I got some ground cover in. I bought this this little crane kit. Can't remember the name of the crane, but anyway, it was a very common small crane in back in the day, and it's a really nice little kit. It's let me get it picked up here. It's called a Little Hook, and it's white metal castings and wood, and the bottom is hydrocal. The rest of it is the cabin is wood, and the rest of it is white metal castings, except for the cross pieces on the boom. Those are actually paper or cardboard, cardstock kind of paper, but it made a nice little crane, and I think it'll fit the area a little bit better than what I had before. I like the look of it much better. But anyway, you can see I've got the road crossing in, going into the junkyard. Then another thing I did was I got this this road put in, this asphalt road put in. Of course, I've got to come off of it with dirt going back to the junkyard or back to the mine. But this is this idea I got from Ken Patterson over at What's Neat this week in model railroading. He showed a way to do these roads with concrete patch, and it takes a little bit of work, but not any more than anything else, I don't think. And the effect is really nice. I still have to stripe it. I've got my team track here, got that installed, so that's ready to go. Then I also, this is one of the structures I built. This is a Campbell kit, Campbell Scale Models kit. It's as you can see, it's a diner. I changed the sign on it. The Mission Cafe is a diner that my dad and grandfather worked at years and years and years ago. But anyway, it's a nice little kit. Now I did a couple of extra things to it. Not only did I put the people inside, that sort of thing, but I also lit the inside and outside. The light you see there on the front will actually light up. It's a LED light. Got those on eBay. And then I've got a couple of lights on the inside, and I'll take this off, and you can see the inside. It's got the stools, cash register, coffee maker, bathroom. Pass through to the kitchen, and this is the kitchen on the back side. Get around here, see if I can, I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well. But anyway, that's the Donna's Diner Campbell Scale Models kit. It was a fun kit to put together. Sorry about the camera work. I'm kind of rapidly doing this. I think I showed you this last time. I still need to finish the fences here, but the lumberyard is pretty much complete other than fences and a couple of lights that will go in there. And now there's not much in between there and the the rest of the yard. This is, of course, I showed you that last time, is the sand tower. Also Campbell Scale Models kit and water tower. Then come over here, and here's the turntable. It's a 65-foot turntable. And this is what I've been working on here the last couple of weeks. Has been this kit. This is a Model Masterpieces kit of the Colorado Midland Roundhouse in Colorado City. It's no longer there. There is a roundhouse from the Colorado Midland, I believe, in Colorado Springs that they've made into restaurants and shopping and that sort of thing. But anyway, it's a nice little kit. It's a dental plaster kit, kind of like Hydrocal. So it takes stain very well, takes the paint very well. Has all the plastic doors. I don't have the doors on it yet. It's far from being complete. But I wanted to get this update out, so I wanted to show this to you. But anyway, yeah, it makes a really nice one. This is where all my K27s and larger locos will go. This was a standard gauge roundhouse. Obviously, I'm just going to have narrow gauge on it. Over in this area will be the Como roundhouse, which a good friend of mine is building right now. We're spending Mondays working on these, and he comes over on Mondays, and he's been working on it. He's a little bit behind what I'm doing, but the paint on it's a little more intensive because it's stone, random stone. This one's cut stone. Sorry about the lighting here. The layout's really not lit right now for what it's going to be. This strictly work lighting, and I am going to have to do one thing over here. Is I'm going to have to increase the size of the bench work right here. You can see where it sticks over the edge just a little bit. The roundhouse itself comes right up to the edge of the bench work, but I want to have a buffer in there, so I'll bring that out right there, so nobody will be bumping onto it. But anyway, you can see I got the roof done yesterday. The smokestacks come, or the smoke funnels stacks for the engines come with the kit, and then the roofing material is actually 220 grit sandpaper that I cut into 4-foot widths for the roofing. I thought it looked a lot better than what they had on what they wanted you to use on it. Anyway, let me take this off. Obviously the inside's not finished yet, but I want to show you some stuff in here. Okay, I've just painted the inside walls gray with a lot of grime and soot on them. This side of the roundhouse, this actually is supposed to be on that side of the roundhouse. It was, I guess, faced the front of the yard, so to speak. But it was only on one side of the roundhouse. They didn't have it on both sides. And of course, the original roundhouse was much bigger than this, probably twice this size, at least, maybe 3 times bigger. More stalls in it. This one only has 6. I have cut out a couple of recesses here for maintenance bays. I chose not to do maintenance bays on all of them. I don't know how much I'm going to detail on the inside. I'm sure I'll get around to it at some point, but right now I'm not gonna detail the inside of it. But I will have the maintenance bays in here, and I'll show you those when we go downstairs to the shop. But anyway, this is what I've got done on it so far, and I'm really liking how it's coming out. Obviously, I don't have the beams and stuff down on the inside where they need to be, but yeah. Okay, here we are down in the shop. Anyway, that's where we are there. Let's head downstairs and into the table. I'll show you some of what I was doing on the other roundhouse. This is the Como roundhouse. It was made of fieldstone, random fieldstone, as you can see. This will be dulled down quite a bit when it's weathered. It's not weathered yet. He's just got the stone painted on it. This also has a little powerhouse on the back that had the steam boiler in it or the boiler in it to make the steam to run the machinery and stuff in the roundhouse. The Como Roundhouse is in Como, Colorado. The 6 stalls that are still left of that roundhouse are there, and they're refurbishing it. They've redone the turntable and they're laying more track up there now. Pretty interesting sight. If you're ever near Fairplay, Colorado, jump on over to Como. It's not very far from there, and take a look at it. But anyway, he's building that one. And then this is some of the timbers and stuff for the inside that will help hold up the roof on the other one. Both these roundhouses have a similar setup on how the timbers go in the inside. This picture, let me get over here in the light. This picture is of the Colorado Midland Roundhouse there in Colorado City. You can see the gable on the left end of the roundhouse. And so it looks like it was maybe twice the size of what I've got. So 12 bays as opposed to 6. And I've got the main kit, which is 4 bays, and then an add-on 2 kit, or a 2 bay add-on. And then the Midland, or the the Como Roundhouse will have 6 bays also. They come in three bay kits, and so I've got 2 of those, and Ted's putting those together for me. Then another thing I built, and I'm not finished with this yet, is this little steam boiler right here to put in one of the powerhouses. I don't know where this is going to go. It may go up in my mining district, but this is a dental stone kit. It's just a solid block of dental stone with the brick on it, and then white metal castings on the sides. It even has some piping to it that, of course, I won't put together until I install it, but it's a nice little kit. And I believe that is a model masterpiece kit also. Let's see, what else did I need to show you? I know what I need to show you. I was going to show you, let me get over here with the lights a little bit better. Going to show you the service pits for the roundhouse. You can see I've got some guys down in there and some other things, and I'll tell you how I built this. This is pretty much a scratch build. I got some ideas from one that I bought that I wanted to use, but it just wouldn't fit in the roundhouse. For the rails, in the middle of the rails there, those are PC ties that keep the gauge on the rail for me, and then it fits back in. It'll fit in like that. So anyway, that's that one. Now I'm going to show you what I was taking that off of. Get a couple of these down here. This is one I had bought on eBay, and this is the one I really wanted to use. It's a nice looking service bay, but it just didn't fit with the L shape on it. It just didn't fit. So what I tried to do, I had 2 of these. And so what I did is I cut it off on this end and then cut this piece across here, and I added it like this. And that would have worked, except when I was trying to take the mold out, take this out of the mold, or actually take the molding material off of the original one that I tried to do. This is the one that I was making the mold from. I tore the mold, and then when I put it back together and got it together, it left these smooth areas, took the rock kind of out of it. It also made it out of shape. So I just ditched that whole idea altogether, and I just made something similar to this. Now what I did was I just took some wood, this was some scrap oak I had that wasn't very thick. You can see it's not very thick. That's balsa that where I made the encasement for the mold rubber, and I just had glued it down to that. But anyway, it's just a little oak box. Sized it to fit my roundhouse, and then what I did was I took the stairs out of one of these. I just took them on a bandsaw and cut that stairwell right out of that, and then I installed it right there. You can see how it sits in there. One mistake I made with this was I wish I had put the stairs right in the center between the rails. I didn't do that, but it worked out okay because it's narrow gauge. It's not too crowded. You can see here where the stairs go down next to the rail. So, you know, it worked out okay. The stonework I've got on here is from Cooch Enterprises. It's the same thing I used on the inside of my turntable for the rock wall. This is an adhesive backed vinyl, and it's already painted and everything, but I'm not using this one. I'm using this one. So I wanted this just strictly for the rock mold. So when the molding rubber went in here and I pulled it out, then I could use that. Now this is the cured mold, and it took quite a bit of rubber to do this, and I made it a little bit thicker on this attempt because, as I said, I tore it when I was making this one, and so I didn't want it to tear again. So the most important thing when doing one with this deep of a cavity in it is make sure, plus the rough edges of the rock, is to make sure you put some kind of mold release in it. I simply used 3-in-1 oil, and it worked great. I also tried PAM, and that worked also. So anything that keep it from adhering to the sides works just fine, in my opinion. And it got pretty good detail on it. Let's see if I can pull this out and you can see how the rock, it actually got the rock on the sides, and that's what I was looking for, was getting that. So anyway, that's what I've done the last 3 months. I'm sure there's other stuff that I'm forgetting that I've done in that time period, but you know, life is what it is, and I don't always get done what I want to get done. But I don't like doing an update just to be doing an update. I want to have something to show you. So anyway, until next time, take care and have a Merry Christmas. Bye.